Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Soulight Hypnotherapy and Tarot. My name is Kirsten, and I have another, I guess, Trump related reading. I'm using the Deviant Moon Tarot today and the Sibylla and Divina. Hold on. So you can see the box, Sibylla and Divina. Today's reading is complicated. I've been struggling with everything going on with George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery and all the other issues, and why there's a movement right now, and black people in the streets and white people in the streets, and the chaos that's embroiled in all of that, with people who aren't what they are, who aren't who they say they are, who are using the movement to sow discord for nefarious purposes or for their own agendas. And it's all been so much. And then we have the COVID too, that it scares me, because my people are out there and everybody's out there, and I'm glad that they're out there, and definitely if you're going to be out there, you're out there for a good, righteous cause and reason. But it's still not safe to be congregated in so many ways, that so closely with each other. So I'm worried about all that. So coming up with a reading for the last couple of weeks has been hard. The secret police force that Trump is trouting around Washington is quite alarming to me, quite shocking to me. It's got me very alarmed and worried. And that is his intention. But it should have people in the streets for that reason, as well as the snuffing out of human life on camera has put people in the streets. You need to get in the streets for your democracy, because it has been under attack. There is a takeover taking place, and nobody is doing anything. Okay, that's why I'm so alarmed. So, questions that I wanted to ask the cards today was really so many, and I tried to do the secret police reading yesterday, but I was just getting smog. I wasn't getting clear reading. So this morning I was thinking, what do I want to read on? Well, Tim Scott is bothering me, the senator, this Republican black senator, and how he is voicing his support still for Trump, and that makes me so angry. Any black person, self-respecting black person, in my opinion, I cannot fathom where you are at in your head or in your mind in your support of Trump and this administration. And I wanted to look into the cards to see why Tim Scott supports Trump and why he hasn't denounced him. And I don't like to attack or come at my people, even if I know they're doing wrong. I don't want to be one of those people who does that. There's enough people attacking my people. I don't want to be one of those people, But I'm gonna look at the cards on Tim Scott today and tell you what I see. Now, in doing this reading, in sounding it out, because you guys know I like to come here with a reading that is understandable and that flows. I read in layers, and I try to organize my thoughts before I present them to you. And I think that is my style. I read the cards more like an astrologer reads your chart. They don't ask you what your date of birth is and your hour of birth and where you were born and then tell you your future. No, an astrologer has to study your chart. They study your chart and they study the connections. And then you come back and they present you with your reading and how you can overcome certain challenges and based on the law of astrology. And I feel I'm presenting to you guys tarot in that manner. Okay, that's my style. So I'm not always the fastest reader. You may not get as many readings as you want to get from me as you get from other readers. But I feel like the readings that you get from me are quality readings. They usually come to pass. I have a strong accuracy rate. And I just wanted to put that on the table. So this reading is about Tim Scott, but it also turned into a reading about the secret force, police force that Trump has because I've been musing about these questions all week and I haven't been able to formulate the right questions to the cards, and thus I've been coming up with just murkiness. But today, once I made a decision to read about Tim Scott, the other questions are coming out too. So I feel like the time frame of this is probably within the next month or so. It may take longer to play out. But I feel like this is a reading that becomes another reading as we go on, okay? All right, Tim Scott. I'm trying not to attack you, Scott. I'm going to call you Scott because if I call you Tim, I might put Uncle in front of it. And I don't want to call you Uncle Tim yet. I'm going to look into these cards. So we have the Strength reversed. So what I like about this card, this deck is that there's such strong contrast of white and black, and so we can just get right down to it. I felt like this is the right deck to use for race relations. So he's got the Strength, but he's got it reversed. So the Strength reversed is an issue of strength, willpower, character, and struggles and temptations, right? Self-mastery, but reversed. You're losing those struggles. You're not showing a lot of character. You're showing weakness. You're not being strong. You're not being brave. You're taking the coward's way out, or you're backing down from a fight. You're succumbing to temptation. Right? This card tells me that Tim Scott lacks strength to make better choices. Lovers reversed. Let me just give you the card names. We've got the Strength reversed, the Nine of Cups, Lovers reversed, Star reversed, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Swords reversed, the Seven of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, and finishing off with the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So for Tim Scott, this is an issue and an event where strength comes into play, and you lack that strength, you lack that confidence, you lack that backbone to make this fight. He's succumbed to temptations Seven of Cups can be temptations. The Lover's reverse can be temptations. Says that he's a soldier for his party. He's a soldier for his party, for this Republican Party, this conservative party here. He's a soldier for his party, but not for blacks. He feels there should be enforcement against the protesters, against this movement, right? And he has some kind of assumption that Trump's power will last, or that his party's power will last, and thus his power will last. Says they're under the assumption that the power will last. With the Nine of Cups here, says that Scott has received a lot. He's received a lot. It's the Nine of Cups. A lot of promises and wishes. He's received a lot, and he's received a lot of promises that his wishes will be met and come true. And this is the temptation. This is the deal. That his ambitions would be granted. I'll let you rub the lamp, the genie's lamp, and get your wish fulfilled. Your wish is met. As long as you let Trump and the Republican Party rub your black head. Rubbing the head of a black man or a black child is very demeaning for blacks. It's understood, or they understand, white people have this understanding or this feeling or whatever, that if you rub the black head, rub a black, especially a black boy's head, that it will bring you luck. So in the black culture, we don't like white people to touch our head. At least as I was raised, don't let white people touch your head, because that's what they're doing. And so I always had that guard up. And that's what's behind that. You know, especially young black men, don't let them touch your head. Well, he gets to rub the lamp as long as they get to rub the head. Okay? They're rubbing his head, Trump and this Republican Party, and that's demeaning for him, and it's demeaning for blacks. And it's metaphorical. This is the metaphorical message that I'm sharing with you. A Lover's reversed. Why this is all happening? I do feel he had a dilemma. You know, he had a choice and decision to make that he struggled with, but that he didn't win. He didn't win that struggle. Lover's reverse says that his choice won't bring him true fulfillment, right? This is love making. This is just fucking. His choice won't bring him true fulfillment. And the love of his party, the love that his party shows him, is only a superficial one. It's not mutual. Feelings aren't mutual in this card. The feelings aren't mutual. They can't get past the differences. Look at the white and the black. They can't get past the racial difference, even with him. They always see the imbalance or an unbalance. They always see an unequal relationship. They don't see him or the black race or people of color as equal. Okay, and they just cannot get past the differences. But Tim Scott has made the decision for the purpose of instant gratification to get his wish fulfilled. Tells me that he sees this movement as with ambivalence, and so does Trump. Okay, this card is Trump's card as well as Tim Scott's card. This is where the reading starts to change and Trump becomes involved. This is the card of the Gemini. I'm still reading Scott, but I'm also reading some of Trump's feelings, alright? And it's all fused in, okay? So just follow the best you can.